So today we're going to be doing more Legend Lost Sectors for some hopefully better gear. Today the slot is for the helm. There aren't any unique new helms that I really want all that bad, but I would really love a better roll on this particular item, which I'm actually going to be using while we do the runs. The modifiers are actually looking really easy today. It's pretty much just void down the line, so I'm putting together... let's see, what were the champions again? Barrier and Overload, so I'm going to want an auto rifle. So I guess we're just going to be using the hard light more. And then Overload is bow and machine gun. So I do keep a machine gun on me, so that's fine. I don't really like having to use my heavy weapon to stun champions, but I think that's just what we're going to have to do. My only alternative is to just use a bow here and an auto rifle here, but that doesn't give me void damage. Oh, I need to be in spec as well. So let's actually get those mods on. We need anti-barrier auto and overload machine. There we go. And I've got a couple unused, so yeah, let's go with that. Trying to think if oh, still the way to go. Slot. Yeah, we're gonna roll with it. Worst case, the run goes terrible and we do something different next time. Just taking a look at my spec stuff here. I don't use those grenades, so I don't want to use that one. That's pretty good, but I don't know if I want the negative discipline. That might actually be worth it. You know, I might actually go with that instead of this guy. I never crouch. That's actually really good. I might have to unlock that. I really should go back and unlock all these abilities. I don't have all of them. I just haven't bought them. And I think Nova Blom is what we want to be using. Warp's cool, but I don't think it's as good for this. Okay, so we're going to be using Hard Light because it's pretty much my best Void exotic, and it's an auto rifle, which we need for barrier champs. Briefly considered the Graviton Lance, but then we have to figure out the barrier champs, which I guess we could use that if we really wanted to. It's tempting. No, I'm going to stick with the Hard Light. It's an indoor Lost Sector, so Hard Light's really good indoors. Alright. Well, I guess we'll just get started. Not that way. Whoops. Not overload right away. Oh, wrong weapon. Ooh. That was close. Alright, snag a couple more of those. Kinda hard to tell where you're supposed to go in this one. That's where I came from, so up here, I guess. Oh, can't go that way, because we're going this way. That's ours. Whoops. Friend. I've only done this once before, just like 10 minutes ago. So I still don't really know my way around all that well. Don't love that they leave damaging goo on the ground. Ooh. Nice. Something's gonna spawn right there. Oh, it's just more. Get away from me, get away from me, get away from me, get away from me. Ah. That was just in a really bad spot. Ah, that was really, really unlucky. Ooh. Want that. Alright, just gonna reload everything. I think I'm going up here. Oh, there's more. Yeah, there are more. There's more friends. I think that's it now, though. Oh, no, they're shooting at something. Got him. No, the only reason I'm not using the bow for this is the overpowered bow is the electric element, and I need to be using the void element right now. But if, believe me, the day that I'm able to use the electric element in one of these challenges, I'm gonna fly through it, because that bow is just so broken. Also, welcome in. Thanks for hanging out. But yeah. I'm even using that gun that I can switch the element on, but I only need to be using one. For some, usually with these challenges, you kind of have to balance 2 or 3 elements. But with just the random rolls today, everything landed on Void, which is actually really lucky, because it's really easy to build around one single element. Oop, there's a material there I wanted. Where was it? Yes. Okay, so the last room. So this is actually a pretty quick one. I got here a lot faster than I thought I would. Oop, 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 don't want to be there. That's a friend. I'm not used to having, as far as I know, this is the only Lost Sector where you actually get, like, ally units. like keep accidentally shooting at them because I'm not used to not being alone. Get off me, get off me, get off me, get off me. There are 4. Basically the way the magic in this universe works is there's lightness, or there's light and there's darkness. The light can be broken into 3 elements, which is solar, which is fire, arc, which is lightning, and void, which is void. But there's also the power of darkness, which is newish, and right now there's only 1 power, which is stasis, which is ice. So technically there are 4 elements available. I don't have access to the ice spec because it's DLC that I don't own. If I keep streaming this and stuff, I'll probably buy the DLC so that I can actually do all the content. But I have access to 3 of the 4 elements as a class, and then I have guns with the ice element on it that I can use if I ever need to. I just don't have my own powers that are the ice powers because I have to buy those. And then there's also weapons with no elements, and those are called kinetic. Oh man, it spawned me way out here. Boss is almost dead, though. My friends have been doing most of the work for me. I'm gonna die again. Oh, that was really close. I don't even know how he's hitting me. I'm not really hitting him. Alright. Boss is dead, so I can open... Why are you shooting at me? Oh, because there's a guy behind me. Boss is dead, I can open the chest even though there are still enemies, and that'll end the activity. Oh, I actually just got that helmet earlier today. I'll probably just junk that one, because the one I got today had a pretty good roll on it. So they are going to add... the next element they're adding is called Strand, and it's like grass, like nature. The next DLC is going to be in like a cyberpunk-like city, and it showed people in the trailers like Spider-Manning around with vines, like with vine magic. So it's going to be like a plant-based magic. And then my bet is, I bet there's going to be 3 dark elements because there's 3 light elements. So I bet the dark elements are going to be ice, grass, or nature, or whatever you want to call it. And then my bet is earth is going to be the next one. Unless they somehow work earth into Strand, because sometimes like plants and earth are considered like one nature element. In which case, man, I don't even know what would be left. It'd probably be something pretty obscure, because unless it's like wind would be cool. I'm just trying to think of like the 4 classic elements: the earth, wind, air, and fire. Or earth, water, air, fire, wind, and air I listed twice. And there's not really a water element, there's ice, since sometimes they're considered distinct. So it'd be interesting if they added like a more watery one. Yeah, I'm actually excited for the new DLC. I probably won't buy it right away, just because I like to wait and make sure that everything's as cool as it actually looks. But yeah. Right, I didn't get anything I wanted to keep, but that's fine. My goal is this helm I'm actually wearing right now is a really terrible roll, because the whole thing in this game is that with these exotic armors, you can pull copies of them out of your collection if you've ever had them. But when you pull them out this way, they have really bad stats as opposed to just finding them randomly in the wild. So, basically the one I'm wearing I pulled out of here. Base stat total of 46, you can see right there. Mine's probably 56 because I have a plus 10 stat on it. Yeah, mine's a 56 because I have a plus 10 resilience on it. but I can probably find it in the wild at a base stat total of like 60 or 70, and then I can put plus 10 on that and make it even better. So that's my goal today, is to hopefully get that specific item to drop. So I'm tempted. I'm gonna try this once through with the Graviton Lance instead of the Hard Light and see how that feels. Alright, round 2. This gun's fun because when you kill something with it, they explode into mines that you can continue killing, and if those mines kill something, it also explodes into more mines, so you can clear entire rooms with it. Oh, where'd he go? It's a waste of one of my grenades. Oh, I still hit him. Got him. Alright, he almost got me. Yeah, some of the weapons in this game are really... it's kind of polarized, because either weapons have really cool, crazy effects, or they do something really lame, like just have increased reload speed or something. There's not really anything in between. I hate that they teleport because I think they're dead, and then they're not. Hey, it's Izzy. I'll be playing this with them later because we're trying to level them up on the season pass. Me and Harley are already over 100, but so you want to get Izzy there too. I'll probably only play this for a couple hours before we jump over to that. I wanted to do this a couple of times this morning. There's more friends up there for freedom. I'm actually liking this better than the Hard Light for this. I didn't think I would. We'll see how it comes with the boss, because this doesn't have... Oh, I'm trapped. I'm amazed I lived through that. Oh, I'm in trouble. I might actually not be able to beat this because I forgot to equip something that could deal with barrier. What if I just do this? Never mind. We're good. Turns out they can't barrier if you just one-shot them. But if I run with the Graviton Lance again, I have to fix that. Because I don't want to have to save my ult. Super for that every time. I threw a giant void. It's called a Nova Bomb. Sometimes I call it an N bomb because I think that's funny, but I probably won't make that joke very often. And yeah, it's my super. It's a giant bomb that does a ton of damage. It regularly one-shots bosses and stuff. I was hoping to save it for the boss, but maybe I'll get it back. Ooh, nope. Those wyverns are so cool, but they hurt so bad. Okay. I don't know my way around here very well yet. I keep getting turned around. But this is only my third time doing this this particular like dungeon. Nope, 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 stay away. These robots are interesting because, like, for most of the aliens and enemies in this game, the precision crit point is their head. But if you shoot the heads off these robots, they turn into suicide units, and they'll charge you and explode, so you have to shoot them in the gut instead. It's like, the first time anyone ever fights a Vex, these robots, they usually die because they shoot off the head, and then they get exploded. And you'll notice that they duck down and cover their bellies with their head, so they try to get you to shoot the head off sometimes. Okay, boss is up. I still think my friends are doing more work on the boss than I am. He's not even looking at me, which, honestly, I'm fine with. Looks like I might get my super back before the end, so... Oh, I need to be saving my ammo on this because there's an overload champion over there. There's some similarities in gunplay and stuff with Borderlands 3. They're both a ton of fun. That's a game I could stream too. It's just... That game is so crazy unoptimized on PC. It's wild how, like... how much they just kind of abandoned making it better. Like, they were doing balance and, like, optimization patches, and then they just stopped. Oh, there's my super. Alright. So, one thing that's hard about this boss is I have to hit him and not one of his shields with it, or it just won't do any damage. So I'm gonna go over him. Alright, that almost killed him. Oh, oh, not good, not good. Yeah, I knew as soon as stuff was spawning that I'd be dead. But that's fine. I have 4 more revives to work with, and the boss is basically dead. Oh, there's another overload. Where'd he go? There. Alright, see if I can do this without... Nope. Something else is gonna get me. There's too much. I'm standing in a healing well, and that's the only thing keeping me alive right now. Alright, I shouldn't have lived through that. Boss is dead. Okay. I'm gonna go open that chest before anything else spawns. Alright. I need those. Not a problem. It's not what I'm here for, but I need them anyway. Alright, now I'm going to abandon the activity because otherwise I have to wait 20 seconds. And now I have to fix... So I don't have a way of dealing with anti-barrier enemies right now, so I need to equip an auto rifle. I won't have my shotgun anymore. But that's fine. Yeah, that's really my only choice. Okay. Okay, and we'll go again. And it's, yeah, it's right there. Yeah, see, I killed one of those and the explosive chain just took care of the rest. I just stopped firing to see if that would happen, and it did. I don't know how he one-shot me through the door, but he did. I think that's one of mine. I've gotten better about not shooting my friends. Oh, there's a barrier. Alright, I have to use my auto rifle on him. I don't plan on one-shotting him this time. Did he just drop? I've never seen one enemy drop two. That's funny. Probably shouldn't have my phone on my desk. Ugh, I'm getting trashed again. Alright, I already have my super, so I'm going to try to use it early. Alright, that was like a third of his health, which is good news. Let's see if I can do that again before the fight's over. Ugh. Oh, just another overload. Shit, I should have reloaded earlier. I think we're good. This... Oh, it's weird that that was two things, too. Okay, I'm gonna reload my machine gun while nothing's, like... Yeah. I've not seen... I haven't seen actual pictures of it, but I did see a joke today that was the, like, workplace safety, how to lift a heavy box, you know, like the bend your knees and keep your back straight, and it was showing somebody lifting up the 40, the 4090. And all I can think is, like, I don't really want that hanging off my motherboard, like, unless there's ways to strap it up so it's not, I don't know, that doesn't feel like a good thing to have hooked to my other equipment. Oh, that is not good. I'm probably gonna die again. Yep. I'm sure it does have a brace or something, but I also personally feel, I don't know, I don't really want a GPU that's more expensive than the rest of my rig. I don't really play games that need it. This is probably one of the most graphically intensive games I play, and it looks fine. Yeah, the only way I'd ever have a 4090 is if, like, someone gave it to me. Or, like... that's the only way I'd probably ever have one. And even then, it's so big and bulky, I'd feel weird. I'd have I don't know. Like you were saying, I'd worry about hanging that on my hard drive, or on my motherboard. What do you know? That's exactly what I was going for today. That is the exact helm I wanted. And see, this is what I was saying, is that this... Here, I'll take the mod... Actually, I can't take the mod out of it yet. But I'll show you the base stat total discrepancy. So if I take the mod out of this so that you can see what its base stats are. See, it's a base stat total of 46, because I pulled this out of my collection. This is a base stat total of 67. And baseline has 20 resilience on it. It has twice the intellect, which is my class's primary stat. And it has almost 3 times the resilience, just base. And this has no mods in it yet. So if I equip that, I'm almost capped on resilience without even putting a mod in it. So yeah, I'm gonna take this, and I'm definitely gonna spend a bunch of materials to get this leveled up. I'm actually might work towards masterworking this, which is upgrading the armor to full, and it's incredibly expensive, so I don't do it very often. And I make sure to only do it on armor that, like, you know, has the stats I need. Yep, I'm at 101 resilience. Technically, that extra 1 resilience doesn't even do anything. But... And then I like having the machine gun ammo finder, and I have room for another ammo finder. Probably shotgun. I like keeping a shotgun on me when I can. You know, that's funny, because that was my goal for the day. Like, unless I find one of these with a better roll, which I might not, that was what I set out to do. So, honestly, I might... We'll see. We'll see what I want to do. Briefly consider switching to Slime Rancher, since I already accomplished my goal today. I'm looking at this and making sure that I don't want it for anything else. Yeah, I'm just gonna junk it. Lock that one so I don't accidentally destroy it. And then I got enhancement prisms. That's what I needed for this. Let's keep going. You know what, I could work on trying to masterwork that helm. Maybe that's what I'll do. Which means I need to go get materials. Let's see. Are there any other helms I want? Warlock helms. I don't use any of these. I don't have either of these two. This is one that I can get by doing... Actually, the only way to get this helmet is to basically keep doing the activity I'm doing, but I don't think I'd even use it. Faster, grant you additional ability engineering. gear is super important in this game, especially with survivability and stuff. It took me a while to get to the point where I was upgrading it because it's really hard to spend the materials, especially when you get gear so often and it's so easy to replace things. But I'm at a point where the gear that drops for me will very rarely be better than what I'm already wearing. Like, it's hard to find gear that drops above 1570 for me. So it's kind of fine to start upgrading what I have as long as it has like the base stats that I like. So that's kind of what I'm working on now. Another thing I could do is my Graviton Lance is only 1569, it's not 1570. So I'm going to go back to the tower and see what I need to try to masterwork this helm. Because I need, I think, 2 enhancement prisms, and I don't remember what they cost. I know it's expensive. I also apparently have an engram, and Katie has mail for me. I also should try to masterwork some of these weapons. Yeah, I'm gonna put a couple in. I'm just checking Discord while this loads. That's why I'm leaning weird, is because my mic's in the way. Viv's gonna add me as a partner as well, so that's cool. I was just telling her that I still haven't decided if I'm gonna do a Discord, mostly just because I'm already in so many, and like, while Ed and Viv are really getting into streaming and doing it like every day, I haven't decided if I'm gonna get into it to that point. I definitely want to do it like 2 to 3 times a week. But yeah, at some point I'm sure it'll get to a point where I'll want a Discord, but I'm just not there quite yet. And yeah, I looked into a boom arm. I was about to. I actually have a pretty nice mic, and I think that I'm not really like a big into audio equipment, but it has I have a little desk stand that I can screw into the bottom, and I think that's a standardized screw size. So I think if I just got like a generic mic stand to sit over here, I think I could just screw it right on and it would work. But I'd hate to be wrong. Maybe what I should do is I have a it's a what's it called, a snowball mic. It's right here. It's just like a perfectly round thing here. I might just like stick it in my pocket and go into a Guitar Center or something and just see if I can screw it onto the mic stands. And maybe I'll just buy a mic stand at Guitar Center. In fact, you know, I'm going to go on their website right now. I'm not going to show you, though. You don't get to see. And just see how much their mic stands are. I literally just searched Guitar Center in the Guitar Center search bar. My mind isn't all here. Mic stand. Oh yeah, they start at like $25. They have like the really nice desk clipped boom studio arms for like 100. But I think to start, I'd be fine with just one that sits on the ground next to me, which is like starts at like $25. Yeah, just like one of these guys here. Then they have this nice $100 one, which if I got like a real desk, I basically have like a fancy old vintage writing desk. It barely fits my two screens, but if I got a big enough desk, like my work desk, something like that would be really nice. Okay, so I got distracted. I need to. What do I need for the next level of this? Nope, not that. This. Two enhancement prisms, which I buy from this guy.
What can I do for you, Warlock?
Oh, they cost enhancement cores. Which I can buy with a... Oh, that's way too many legendary shards. That's not worth it at all. Yeah. I'd like a new desk. Part of the issue is I literally don't think I could fit a larger desk where I do. If I can, I've looked into converting part of my basement into like a studio. I already have my work desk down there, and I have a bunch of like storage stuff around it. I think if I cleared that out, I might be able to fit like another desk down there, but then like I don't know. I like having my personal desk up where like there's actually daylight and stuff, and moving it down there and being in the dark both for work and fun doesn't sound great to me. If I wanted that set up, I'd almost have to have like a separate streaming computer down there and still have my personal computer up here, but I don't really want to maintain another computer in this house. I've built pretty much every computer in this house, so I have to do all the maintenance on them, and I don't really want another one. Okay, so I need enhancement cores. Trying to decide what the best way to get those is. Oh, I need to... My helmet's not the right color. I have to... I have to keep up with the fashion. There we go. I don't think my last one was that color, because I don't remember that much orange being on it. Anyway, okay, enhancement cores. Does Banshee's stuff give enhancement cores? Yes. So my best bet is to do some bounties. Yeah, I've heard her talk about her desk. I don't know what, I haven't heard any specifics, but I do know she's talked about, like, a new desk. Okay, I don't... There's a couple fusion rifles that I could use, so I'll go ahead and just pick these up. And his additional bounties don't give enhancement cores, but that'll give me 4. So fusion rifle, shotgun, machine gun, and arc weapon.
We'll be watching.
So yeah, we are going to use the bow, because that's my arc weapon of choice. So my gut says let's do some dares. So I'll go pick up some bounties for the dares specifically. And I need to make sure... I don't have a fusion rifle on me. I should have grabbed one. Yeah, I should have grabbed one. I'm just checking Discord again since I was talking to some people. Alright, we're good. I'm all caught up. Alright, let's... I'm just checking names. Sometimes there's some really good names in this game.
The Nine see your valor.
Oh, and Zur is in the tower again, and he has... This is for Izzy. He has the two-tailed fox as the gun. Again, he had that like 2 weeks ago. And he had the Wormhusk crown as the hunter gear. Which is meh. And then for the Titan, it's some gloves. I remember what they're called. I don't remember what they do. I'll look them up in a second. There's Maternity completed, combatants, sword, solar. So I'm a little bit all over the place with what I need to do for those, but that's fine.
Until we speak of
Yeah, so I don't think you need the hunter thing. Again, it's the Wormhusk crown, but for your Titan, and if you're collecting the Warlock gear, the Warlock item is the Ophidian aspect, these gloves, and the Titan is this feedback fence. Yeah, and again, the weapon is the Two-Tailed Fox, which is a power weapon. It's this guy. Rocket launcher that shoots a solar and a void rocket. Pretty cool, actually. Okay, I do actually have enough strange coins for a Star Horse bounty, so let's see if he has anything that I'm actually going to do. Pulse rifle, nope. Sniper rifle, nope. Hand cannon, nope. Okay, not going to do any Star Horse bounties.
the Nine will answer your questions, Warlock. Perhaps not now, but they will.
Alright, I need to... I'm going to swap my overload machine gun for an overload bow, but I'm going to keep everything else the same. I'm going to stay void. I don't have anything else that does solar damage, but I have a bounty to do fusion rifle. So, I really should have gone back and got that. Is it a mechanical keyboard? That's my guess, since it sounds expensive. Usually expensive keyboards are mechanical. Me and Izzy have mechanical keyboards. It cost us, like, I think it was 70, but I don't know if I'd recommend them. They're good 95% of the time, but sometimes random keys just stop working until you really smash them, and it's not like a... I mean, it's obviously a physical thing, but, like, the keys go down just fine. It's not the switch. It's something to do with either the soldering or firmware or something weird. They're just cheap Red Dragon ones. $70 is a lot for a keyboard, but not for a mechanical keyboard. I need to take all the keys off mine and wash it again. It's looking pretty foul. Glad you all can't see it.
Where time itself has no meaning. It's dares of eternity.
Yeah, I would do yours at the same time. Probably mix all the keys up. We're going to end up with each other's keys and stuff. I'm actually pretty sure that I have your keyboard. I think we switched. We evacuated last year because of wildfires, and we packed everything up and went to my mom's. And I think when we unpacked, we traded keyboards. Alright, time for the broken bow. Someone's really named Sleepy Joe. I don't know how many of those flags I have left. I should check.
From a churning pool of radiolaria comes the Vex.
Yeah, and like I said, the for the most part, it's okay. It's just annoying when one of the keys decides to not work, especially when I'm programming, because like I'm not usually like, especially when I'm using a language or a framework I'm really comfortable with. I'm not always paying attention to every character I write, and then I finish like a whole function or two, and there's errors all over the place, and I have no idea why, and it turns out that my E key wasn't working the whole time, or something like that. Oh, I can't actually hurt him until we take his shield off. But that probably only happens to me maybe once a week, if that. I think it happens to Izzy more, because they use the keyboard more. Usually when I'm, you know, I mostly game on mouse and keyboard when I can, and luckily it's not usually the keys I use for that. Sometimes the S key goes out, and it sucks when you can't, like, back out of something, but more often than not, it's like, the E goes out a lot for me, sometimes the semicolon goes out, which is awful in programming. So we need to kill certain things to drop those guns to take these shields off, but none of them are out. Oh, here we go. You a head bearer? You're a head bearer. Give me your head. Kill me. I need your head. Thank you. Alright, his shield's gone. Whipped that. For sure, yeah, you would instantly lose that QuickTime event if it happened to be a key that you needed. And it happens to both of our keyboards, and we bought them not at the exact same time, I think a couple weeks apart. So it's definitely an issue with the Red Dragon keyboard specifically. But also, we bought them like 3 years ago, so I whiffed that. Oh, I just went over it. It might not be a problem anymore, I think is what I was getting at. And the cool thing about the mechanical keyboards is if you're comfortable with, like, soldering and stuff, you can swap all that out anyway. The only thing is that if it's some sort of firmware issue, unless there's an update on the website, which honestly I haven't checked, there's nothing you can do unless there's like a firmware update. But I haven't even thought to check. I wonder if there is. But it's also equally as possible that, like, there's just a few month run of the keyboard, or even a few weeks, that have this issue, and Izzy and I just got keyboards from the same run. Oh, barrier, I can deal with that. I've never tried soldering. My dad did all the time because he, I don't know if I think we talked about this last time. He used to, like, build and repair arcade machines, and a huge part of that was soldering. So I watched him do it, I know how to do it, but I've never done it myself. I've had a soldering gun in my Amazon wish list for like 5 years, but I never got it. I've never really needed to solder, other than maybe fixing these keyboards. But again, I don't actually know if it's a hardware issue or firmware issue. Oh, got it anyway. What's your dog up to? What is pushing me around? Jeez. Where did the boss die? Oh, right here. That's why I was getting pushed around so much.
One door holds your final opponent. The horse insists you guess.
Nope, didn't guess right. Alright, we're fighting more Vex. The Vex Day.
Bad luck, contestant. Did you forget to say no whammies?
I did make it. I think that's the one I have the least trouble with. The Cabal one's okay. Sifu, no. I haven't heard of that.
A powerful Vex takes the stage. The horse demands, I tell you to have fun out there.
I'll have to look it up. Is it on Steam? I generally prefer Steam, but I will. I also do use the other stores. Actually not getting very many kills with this bow. Everyone else is pretty on top of kills. I just now got my arc calibration. Oh, he's vulnerable. Okay, it's on Epic. I would be fine with that. I'll look into it. You are you looking on the website, Love? If you are, could you link me or send me a link to the page? If not, I'll just try to remember to look it up later.
the horse from
Oh hey, I got another Toil and Trouble. That's literally the shotgun I use.
joining us tonight on Dares of Eternity.
It's pretty much the same. Actually, it's a worse roll than mine anyway. But yeah, I want to build a pretty good library of roguelites just because I like them, and if I get the affiliate and do the going rogue thing, it'd be cool to have a pretty big library for people to choose from. I feel like I have more than my Steam library says, because it's only that list only showed like 8, and I definitely have played more than that. They don't call it a roguelite, it pretty much is though. Yeah, I'll look at it and see. I know some they might want to avoid that label because roguelites and roguelites are there's so many of them that if you tag it that, you just have a ton of other games that are going to show up when looking at your game. Makes it harder to find. It's a kind of an I'm not going to say oversaturated because I love roguelites. There can never be enough of them, but it's definitely a very highly saturated genre. Okay, so the reason I went to Orbit is I need to go back and get a weapon. Alright, so I ended up with 1 enhancement core. Oh, I haven't turned in my quests yet. I'll get more. There's 1. So machine gun, shotgun, fusion rifle, combatant, sword, solar. So I'm going to go back and get a solar fusion rifle so that I can deal with 2 of those quests at once. And I'm going to go to the helm instead of the tower, because at least for me, it loads quicker. The helm doesn't like Izzy for some reason. I have heard of Ziggurat. What I need to do is I need to go through my entire Steam library, like not the auto-curated lists, and maybe manually... I think I can manually add certain games to that automatic list, because I definitely don't think... I'm wondering if it's because maybe roguelike and roguelite are 2 separate tags. And so few people either know the difference or the definition varies between people so much that it might have just like split my library into 2. Maybe I should have an auto tag for both. Is that really the strongest one I have? That's terrible. I'm actually looking to see if I have any exotics that I don't use that are higher level that I can sacrifice for it. No, I actually use that. I don't know I have that saved. I'm going to sacrifice that to upgrade the Jotun. Not actually sure how it's pronounced. Oh, except I can't because that's a... I didn't realize that was a primary. Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright, so we're going to put the no reprieve away. I might just have to use that at 1548 and suck it up. For doing that, I'm not going to play Void. I'm going to go back to Fire. Oh, I just put that away instead of equipping it. I hate that. I do that all the time. Because I had my vault open. That, and the... Okay, so I'm going to go back to Overload Machine Gun. Which is, I always look over it. This one right here. First one on the list and I missed it. Man, I wish there was a way I could get that upgraded, but that's fine. We're just gonna deal with it. I'm still 1580 total, so that should be fine. Alright, and then we're gonna do more dares. I need to get more machine gun kills too. I need to actually be using it for things other than bosses. The machine gun, combatants, solar, sword. I'll have to do a sword after I get my machine gun kills. Fusion rifle and shotgun. So should I... I'm gonna do a shotgun instead. No, that's a bad idea. I need to have a weapon that uses primary ammo, so I'll keep the auto rifle for now and we'll do a shotgun later.
The incomprehensible horse issues a challenge in the form of a question. What is surviving tonight's dares of eternity?
I don't know what that first symbol is, the 49. I'll have to look it up sometime. And yeah, again, Dead Cells has been on my list for a long time. Should probably finally pick it up. I think the next sale's in either mid or late November. At least the next seasonal sale. Dead Cells itself might go on sale beforehand. Oh, I should have... I could have adjusted my mods to be better for my loadout, but that's fine. I'm really bad about adjusting my mods. A fusion rifle ammo finder would have gone a long way.
From a churning pool of radiolaria.
Also, which super do I have? I want this one. Oh, my stuff is up. Get away from me. Hades and Cult of the Lamb are both very good games. I'd say if I had to choose one or the other, Hades would win, but Cult of the Lamb is also fantastic. Oh, there's one. Oh. Actually, I'm just gonna use the big one. Ugh, that had like no energy left in it.
Excitement and prizes await you beyond the demented dares of Eternity Obstacle Course.
Also, for what it's worth, I think it's still the plan that Izzy was going to try to stream Cult of the Lamb on Monday, so if you're around. I'll probably be watching while I'm at work. As long as I can. I took this whole week off, so I'm going to be really busy on Monday, but I'm going to try my best to hang out.
Let us hear it for our returning champions, the Cabal.
Shocked I haven't gotten my fusion rifle quest yet. Or my solar quest. Oh, there's the solar one. Oh, that's a barrier. We'll deal with that. There's a lot happening. But the horse commands it. I don't know which one that is. It's not a very descriptive title. I've also learned a lot about audio filters and stuff, Izzy, so at some point we should do another audio test and make sure, because it's really nice that like I can lean all the way back and you can hear me and I'm loud enough. And I was able to do that with a bunch of filters in OBS. And at the same time, I'm able to make it to where, like, I'm pretty sure if you were to talk, it wouldn't pick you up because of my noise gate. Unless you, like, yelled. And it's not picking up the guy that's talking outside right now and stuff. But I'm still loud, which is crazy because I'm a very quiet person. I use the ones that are built in. I did download the special software for my mic, and I was able to like get new firmware for it and stuff. But while I'm running OBS, I just use the built-in audio filters. I do have a gain filter making me a little bit louder. I have a noise gate, and then I do use the noise suppression because otherwise, when I have the gain up this high, you just hear a constant like white noise because I have to put the gain up so much because I talk so quietly. Go through G-Hub. I'm gonna guess no because I'm not sure what that is. And I bought this Snowball mic 10 years ago, and I just bought it because a friend and I were talking about maybe doing a podcast, and I wanted a mic anyway because I play a bunch of instruments. I haven't really dabbled in music in a long time, but I got this mic specifically because it has a switch on the back where it can be I think it's either a condenser or a cardioid mic, meaning that it's good for voices or instruments, and I can switch it to where it only picks up in front of it or the whole room. So it was a really good mic for, like, anything I wanted to do with it. It was, I think it was an $80 mic, which is kind of mid-high on the price range for USB mics, but oh, this one is blue. It is 100% blue. Like, I have blue. It says blue right on the front of it, so it's like it's before Logitech bought them. I didn't even know Logitech did buy them. So this is a blue Snowball mic because that's how old it is. Oh geez, I didn't even realize that there was a tank on top of me.
Honorable combat against the Cabal champion.
You have this logistics control software. So I probably could still use it, I bet, but it's the specific program that I downloaded for this is called Sherpa. And it really didn't do much. Like, basically the only control I have on the panel is gain, but I was able to get a whole new set of firmware for it, which is something I didn't have before, I guess. I might have to look into that, though, because it might have better options in OBS for some of the filters I'm using. So I'll try to remember that, too, because one thing is that the noise suppression uses extra CPU power, so it'd be cool if maybe G-Hub had something that was a little gentler. Yeah. I will take a look at that today or tonight. I whiffed that immediately. I think this is the hardest one, the hardest of the obstacle courses. But yeah, I'll look at that. It's cool that I was able to get this working through OBS, but again, I'm good for having more options. Yeah, I'll definitely check out G-Hub. I'm gonna after this, so I don't forget. Oh, someone else placed one. I'll find it online and bookmark it in my. I have like a streaming bookmark folder, so that I don't forget to take a look at it.
The Hive draw their blades. Let the final round come in.
I'm guessing I got my fusion rifle one, and it was probably that bounty with the really nondescriptive title, because the horse demands it or whatever. I actually stopped to check. I keep missing, which is ridiculous because this is a homing fusion rifle. So, I don't really know what all the, like, filters do. Compression is an option I can do through here. I don't know much about audio, like, technology. So, yeah, if you want to DM me on Discord, I'm in Viv's and Edward's channels. If you just want to, you should be able to find me through there. If you want to DM it to me, I'll happily take a look at that. I think I'm Renchi Kenku in both. If not, I'm the Duke of Snacks. I tried to update my name so people would actually know who I was. Okay, yeah, I'll take it. Because yeah, looking into audio tech and all that stuff is something I need to do. I just don't know much about, like, sound panels and what the different, what compression is and all that. I'm not actually really engaging with the mechanics of this fight, so I hope my allies got it covered. Alright, so there's a sword right here. It doesn't look like anyone else's either, because there's just swords laying all over the place. Oh hey, another toiler in trouble.
Yes, the vault of the Paraverse is generous. And
Don't need that. I'm getting a bunch of, like,
right
1568s and not... I
here
wonder why I'm getting lower level items than I usually do. Honestly, it might be because I'm actually a lower light level since I'm holding something that low. Okay. What quests did I get done? Alright, I still need some machine gun, I still need some shotgun, and sword. So, I'll swap to a shotgun. Which means I really... Okay, I'm going to keep the Skyburner's Oath, that's a good one. And I'm not going to do the sword until I finish the machine gun. Alright, we're just going to keep going, I guess. Cool, I got that link and I got it open, so I'll just leave that open and probably peruse it later. Thanks for sending that over, I'm sure that'll be really helpful. Actually, I'm going to star that, so if I accidentally close it, I can find it again. There we go.
from an unstable physical plane, pitching through the paraversal froth. It's dares of eternity.
Someday. There we go. Okay. So, try to get my machine gun kills down first, so I can swap to a sword. There it is. Alright, swap to a sword. Yeah, there's swords. They're pretty cool too. Yeah, there's swords. There's also glaives, like pole arms, that are pretty cool.
Competing for cash and prizes. Here come the Vex.
Yeah, Vex aren't really great for swords because a lot of them explode. So melee weapons aren't the best thing you can use against them, but that's what I'm doing anyway. Got 2 Overload champions on me. Oop. Oop. Oh. Shocked I didn't die. Oh, someone else got it.
The horse desires further proof of your abilities.
Oh, I already got the sword calibration. Don't have to use it anymore. Even though I probably will. Quite enough. Someone killed the boss while I wasn't there.
The proto-galactic horse wishes to see you traverse our wacky obstacle course.
Oh no. Oop. I was almost able to cheat it anyway. Oop. Oh, nope.
realm at the behest of the ageless horse. Survive the final taking to reach the next round. Choose the door hiding your final opponent, and the horse shall reward you. Incorrect. The horse is
Looks like we're doing Vex again.
yet the show must go on.
Okay. Have a good lunch, dogs. Oop, I just got pushed off. I'm probably gonna stop soon anyway to go get myself some lunch. Maybe back on later tonight, we'll see.
This powerful Vex is all that stands between you and going home a winner.
Oh, I don't think I have anything for the overload chips. No, because I put my machine gun away. I guess I could swap that back out. Better than nothing.
The horse bestows power upon you.
Alright.
And that is the game. Shall we learn what our lucky winners will be bringing back to the tower? Treasures pulled from the Paraverse itself. Just like our contestants on tonight's Dares of Eternity.
That, I think I'm going to go back to the treasure hoard so I can turn in the keys, open the chest a couple times. Then I'm probably going to call it for this afternoon. Maybe back later? We'll see. So we're going to go ahead and bail early here so we don't have to wait out the timer. Take a trip to the treasure hoard.
Echo. Clear notification.
Okay, deleted your notification.
Thanks, Echo.
Your mic did pop up
Yeah,
really loud.
yeah. Also, just all the sound in that corner bounces off that wall and comes over here, so it doesn't even have to be that loud.
My motions are not wholly under my control. But
Okay,
it is
let's see. How many coins do we have? $18, so we can buy 2 boxes. Welcome back, Nick. I was just saying that I'm going to do a couple things here in the treasure hoard. I'm going to open these boxes, and then I'm going to spend all my treasure keys to open that box up there, and then I'm probably going to call it for the afternoon, get some lunch. And I may be back later on this evening, depending on what all I do today and how much energy I have tonight. So another 5-10 minutes of me just digging around in this area, and then that's probably it for the afternoon. So got an extra, oop, not that. I got an extra key, got a bunch of weapons. Got a couple extra gloves, neither of which I need, right? Oh, I don't know if those are a higher level than my, that's fine. Looks like I got a chest piece, which I do not need.
I return to the tower.
Looks like I can open the box 5 times, so. So the only thing I really want out of here is that sword, except there'll be a red border around the edge. And basically what happens is if I get enough of those, I can start crafting that sword myself. Which I want to do because it's a 30th anniversary edition sword, and I have a feeling it's not going to be around forever, and it would be cool to be able to like make it myself whenever I want a particular like version of it. Okay, didn't happen. That's fine. Neither of those are great levels. Everything I'm getting is like slightly underleveled, and it's weird. I don't know why that is, but it's whatever.
So much light here.
Alright, just double checking. Yeah, I don't have enough of those to do anything. I don't have any treasure keys left. Okay, I think that's pretty much it then. I'm going to go ahead and I'll go to orbit. And then I'll sign out. And yet again, I may be back tonight. I'm sure if Viv or Edward stream, I'll watch them at some point as well. But I'm going to go ahead and sign out myself. So thanks again, everyone, for hanging out. And I'll talk to you next time.